Common interview questions and sample answers.
Tell me about yourself.
This is usually the first question asked in an interview. To answer this, you may start with the basic information about yourself. You can also share your interests and other skills. Your main reason is applying as a teacher. Hence, you should give answers that are relevant. Don't put emphasis on irrelevant things like the work of your parents, how many brothers or sisters you have, as this information does not give any points in your selection as the best candidate. So, highlight your academic achievements, any leadership positions, or any other relevant trainings and experiences you've had that are proof that you can be successful in the job. Remember, you don't get as much time as you want, so make sure that you give your strengths in the first part of the interview.
My name is Jenny Sigmato. I am a graduate of Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in mathematics. I finished my bachelor's degree at Central Philippine University and was awarded as a cum laude. I am currently working on my master's degree at West Visayas State University. I have over 2 years of teaching experience at Great International School, and I am looking forward to transitioning to your school next school year.
Why are you leaving, or why have you left your job?
You should answer this truthfully without sounding too pessimistic and ungrateful. Do not give them the impression that you complain too much when given work to do. So don't say, "There was just so much work to do. I almost died completing the paperwork." Instead, you can say,
I have had a really good experience working in that school, and I have learned a lot in the 2 years of teaching there. I would forever be grateful for the growth and opportunities they have given me. But as a product of the public school, I feel the need of giving back, and it has been my childhood dream to be a public school teacher. This is the noblest job a person can have. I would love to educate children in a public school and mold them into responsible working citizens in the future.
Why do you want this job? Why did you decide to become a teacher?
The best answer for this should focus on your love of and passion for teaching. You may also mention some influences you may have had.
Growing up, I have seen my mother work as a public school teacher. She has inspired me because I have seen how she dedicated herself and also her time in teaching. From teaching these past 2 years, I have realized just how much I love making students learn. I love hearing them say, "I get it, teacher." I want to continue being part of the major force that educate the young people of our country.
What is your teaching philosophy?
A teaching philosophy is your drive and reason for teaching. This may answer questions like, what is my guide in teaching? What makes me teach? What is my approach to teaching? How do I manage my classroom? You may also talk about a school of thought that you believe in.
I believe that each student learns in his own way and at his own pace. In managing my room and in making sure that all students learn, I check each student's progress. If a student is having a difficult time, I give him extra help or remediation so he can be at par with his peers. If a student learns fast, then I give him extra work so he can maximize his potentials.
What makes you different from the other applicants? Why should we hire you?
You should think of all your assets in answering these questions, but remember to still be truthful. You should avoid sounding arrogant.
I can think of several reasons why you should hire me. First and foremost, I have prepared myself academically to have this job. I am a graduate of a state university and was a cum laude. I already have 2 years of experience, so I already have the knowledge of how to effectively manage a classroom. I am also studying to get my MA, as I believe that professional development is one way of improving myself. Lastly, I am a team person. I can easily work with anyone to achieve our common goal of educating young minds.
What is your greatest strength and greatest weakness?
The answer to this question should be in relation to how you manage your job of teaching. Avoid personal answers that have nothing to do with your position. Do not say, "My greatest weakness is that I still love my ex and would cry whenever I see him with his new girlfriend." He'd probably throw your application to waste with that answer. After talking about your weakness, you may also give ways through which you are overcoming it.
My greatest strength is being flexible. I can easily cope and adjust with any situation I am in. I say this is my strength because there were several instances when something unexpected happened in the classroom, and my being flexible helped me solve the problem. My strongest weakness is that I usually get emotionally attached to my students, which makes it hard for me when they move to the next level or when they graduate. I am slowly getting over this weakness by accepting the fact that teachers, like me, are merely instrumental in my students' achievements.
Describe a difficult work situation or task and how you overcome it.
In answering this question, you can use the STAR approach. Describe the situation. State the task or problem. State the action you did to solve the problem. State the positive result.
I had a situation when my advisory class was suddenly told to present in the United Nations School Program. We faced several problems as we didn't have enough days to practice, no costumes, and no routines yet. What I did was I communicated with parents, asked some of them to volunteer. I even had parents who took care of the children's costumes. We spent just a day and a half for practice, but since the entire class and the parents worked together, it all turned out well in the end. This made me realize that truly, parents and teachers are partners in education.
Other questions.
How do you handle stress and pressure?
As a teacher, it is very important for me to have good mental health. I handle stress by devoting time for myself. I go and get a massage, watch a movie, or read a book. I also like going to the beach and just spending some time alone.
What are your goals for the future?
In the future, I want to be accomplished both in my personal and professional life. I want to be married and have my own children. I also want to reach the highest educational degree possible.
What is your routine as a teacher?
I wake up early in the morning and prepare myself by having a full breakfast. When I arrive in school, I check if my classroom and materials are ready for the day. When students arrive, I greet each of them. The day passes by with me doing all the tasks I need to do that help my students reach the day's objective. Before leaving my room, I check if everything is fixed and ready for the next day. Upon arriving home, I prepare things I need for the following day. Then, I spend the rest of my day spending time with my family.
How do you evaluate students?
It is very important that my evaluation is coherent with the day's lesson and objective. I use various types of evaluation, like paper and pencil, graded recitation, and authentic assessment, like projects, demonstration, and performance tasks.
How do you communicate with parents?
Having a good relationship with parents is a must in ensuring their children's education. I communicate with parents by having the parent-teacher conferences and meetings. I also text or send correspondence to parents if I need to give out very important information.
How is the relationship between you and your co-teachers?
For a school to work, all the people in it should work together and have a common goal. My co-teachers and I have very good and close relationship. I work closely with them whenever we have school programs and activities. I also ask for their help when I need to and give them back the help in times they need it.
What motivates you?
My main motivation is my students. They are the central focus in my profession. Everything I do and all the decisions I make in my classroom depend on my students' needs. My family motivates me. My parents are both very hardworking and have strived to give us what we need. I would love to repay all their sacrifices by doing the job that I love, which is teaching.
Thank you for watching this video. I hope you have learned from it and it would help you in your interview. The next video I will be posting is about teaching demonstration. Leave any comments and suggestions that you may have. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button for more useful tips you can use in your application and profession of teaching.